Welcome to week number 2 of my Survivor review. Come on and stay for a few. Now normally I live tweet Survivor, and if you follow me on Twitter, you know that already. If you don't, follow me at SurvivorTrev. This week, I wasn't able to watch Survivor live, so I had to catch it on my DVR, except my DVR didn't record it. So I had to catch it online, which is a good resource, but sometimes the commercials can get somewhat abusive over there. But I'm up to speed now, so let's do this. Now over on the Matsing tribe, we have some moaning and groaning. And it's not because we're forced to listen to Russell talk. It's because Angie and Malcolm are cuddling at night. Right there. Who's your daddy? Now, I don't really know what was going on there. But, good for you, Malcolm. Now, from what I understand, Angie has a boyfriend back at home. And I'm sure she spent the majority of Wednesday night explaining to him how cold it gets out there at night. Unless Women's Lib has hit polygamy, and she's just looking for another brother husband. And if that's the case, I'm available on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Anyway, all of this canoodling is really getting under Roxy's skin. And I'm not really sure if it's the canoodling that's getting under her skin, or it's the fact that she's not the one doing the canoodling. If you watched Roxy's CBS.com cast interview, you'll know that she's a little bit boy crazy. She sort of has a thing for Vanilla Pete on the Tandang tribe. Now, if you don't know who Vanilla Pete is, don't worry, you're not alone. It's hard to tell the difference between him and the scenery. He's the engineer by education, model by occupation, boring by nature, that guy. I wouldn't even know his name if I didn't do this show. So anyway, the bottom line is that Roxy, she needs a man. She's got that whole Condoleezza Rice sexually frustrated thing going on. So I'm gonna cut her some slack. So over on the Calabaw tribe, Jonathan is frantically looking for the immunity idol. And he's looking everywhere, even under the shelter. Didn't you guys build that shelter? They're not gonna put the immunity idol under something that you built. Now apparently his tribe was oblivious to his search for the idol. He was even caught looking for something, and he explained it away that he lost his contact lens. Which, by the way, I didn't know you could wear contact lenses on Survivor. But that's cool because I wear contact lenses, and if I ever get cast on Survivor, I don't have to wear my dorky glasses. Booyah! Anyway, Jonathan finds the idol, and then runs by Dana and screams, "Yeah, I'm on fire!" And no one picked up on anything? Now over on the Tandang tribe, or what I will refer to from here on out as the
Tandangadang
tribe, Lisa Welchel is kind of having a breakdown. Where's Mrs. Garrett when you need her? Or Tootie. How do you get a name like Tootie? Now, how about this Abby Maria? Or Abby Maria, whatever her name is. Who cares? She's annoying. She's got an alliance with RC, and she's already threatening RC. She seems like a crazy female dog to me. I mean, could you imagine dating this girl? I mean, I can't because I can't get past the annoying, but could you imagine dating this girl and you get a text and she's like, "Who's that from? You cheating on me? What, I'm not good enough for you?" She tells RC within the first week of this game, if she F's with her, she's dead. Yeah, that's the kind of person you want to align with. So it's time for the immunity challenge, and immunity is back up for grabs. So the
Tandangadang
tribe and the Calabaw tribe have to give Jeff Probst back the immunity chickens. Or as what will from here on be known as the Matt Quinlan Memorial Immunity Roosters. And when it's all said and done, the
Tandangadang
tribe and the Calabaw tribe both get their immunity roosters back. So the Matsing tribe has to go to tribal council. Again. Which doesn't sit too well with Russell. Somehow he's blaming his tribe for the loss and taking none of the responsibility himself. Russell, that's a shared burden. If you were better at puzzles, you wouldn't be going to tribal council tonight. In his big sore loser speech, Russell says, these people haven't decided that they're unbeatable. Like me. They need to join me in my fantasy world where I'm cool and I'm awesome and I walk between raindrops and crap gold coins. Unfortunately, this is reality. Anyway, somebody's got to go and Roxy's feeling the heat. So she sets her sights on Angie. Now, if she attacked the challenge like she's attacking Angie, they probably would have won the challenge and they wouldn't have had to go to tribal. Roxy says, girlfriend was on the floor during that challenge. Well, that's probably because Angie ran 2 legs. Roxy, you only ran 1 leg, and you were sucking wind too. So they go to tribal council, and this is a no Jesus zone. Love thy neighbor? Pfft. Shank thy neighbor. Now, during this tribal council, Jeff Probst asks Angie what the tribe needs. And she says cookies. Which is perfectly reasonable. I mean, had she had cookies, had the whole tribe had cookies prior to the challenge, they probably would have won it. You know, you get sugar in your system, you probably pull that sled a little faster. Sugar powers the brain, you probably be able to solve the challenge a little bit faster. It's perfectly reasonable. I love cookies. I eat cookies any chance I get. And if Angie gave me a cookie, I'd definitely eat it. Anyway, when it's all said and done and the votes are tallied, it's time for Roxy to go. Now before I take off, let's check Twitter to see what some of the survivors have said about this show. Matt Quinlan writes, if you're a Survivor fan, you're going to want to watch this each week, and he tweets out a link to my show. Matt, again, you're awesome. Thank you. In a direct message, the specialist Philip Shepard writes, dude, the beginning was not that good, but once you cut to the chase, Brighton entertaining. Maybe I'm not cool or hip, I really don't know what Brighton means, but apparently it's a good thing. And he also tweeted out the link to my show. So thanks, Philip. I would have told you this in a direct message, but you don't follow me on Twitter, so you need to follow me at SurvivorTrev, and then I can answer your direct messages. Now we've heard from Matt and Philip in the past, but now it's time to add some new survivors to the list. In response to getting a link to this show, Dawson says, SurvivorTrev, pulling it up now. Hashtag pumped. So one of my favorite survivors this season is watching my show. Now speaking of my favorite survivors this season, Angie writes, SurvivorTrev, you're hilarious. Smiley face. Which is identical to the tweet that last season's blonde bombshell sent me, minus the whole potty mouth thing. So that's it for this episode. What you need to do is hit the subscribe button right up here. You need to follow me on Twitter, Tout, and Facebook at SurvivorTrev. And that's all I got for you. So I'll see you guys next week. Who's your daddy?